What if you could reload your save data and go back and change your choices? Would your life change? The answer is a resounding no, dude. My boy Hachi dropping the sage wisdom throughout this episode, and that line right there foreshadows that Oregairu Zoku, even though we're done with this arc and there was a lot of tension going on between Yukino and Hachiman, between Yui and Hachiman, and just the group in general, we still have many hurdles to cross. There's going to be so much intense, realistic love-com drama going forward. I don't know if I'm ready, dude. This series just continues to blow me away and impress me. This season is just raping season 1, like, for lack of a better expression. I'm sorry, I don't have a euphemism for it. It's destroying it. This is so good right now. The thing about it is, it's not all on the studio, but what they're doing with the animation and art style is superb. I have to give props on that. Not just that. The character interactions, very subtle things like certain movements and, you know, little quirks to each character that you see hinting at certain things. They're doing an amazing job with that. And then on the other half of it, I think that the light novel material has just gotten... This story is so well crafted. I haven't read the light novels. I have not read the light novels. I plan to. But this story is so well crafted right now, dude. Oh my goodness. The character development, the intense and deep dialogue, you know, the exposition into realistic social situation and just skirting complete and traditional love-com, you know, cliche, and going in with this amazing story, dude. Oregairu, Zoku, it's mastery. It's mastery. I cannot say this enough. Like, this is one of my most enjoyed series this season, one of the best series I'm watching this season. Hands down. Just hands down. So let's dive into this episode. I want us to focus on Komachi, Hachi, and his sage wisdom, Ishii becoming president, what this means, and the insight we get into Yukino's persona, some Yui development, and a little bit of character development here and there. So let's start off with Hachi's sage wisdom first of all, because there's multiple lines throughout this episode where once again it just keeps proving to me how fucking amazing Hachiman is in terms of his intellect and his thought process and demeanor. Yes, he has some warped ideals, but ultimately he's my most relatable character, one of the most relatable characters in any love-com. Period, dude. Just period. It's just how genuine he is alone and how realistic of a character he is. And some of the things he says this episode, like, no lie, just get it. Like, a problem is not a problem unless people see it as a problem. As he's doing these little, you know, crafty tricks with the, you know, the support page for Hayama, for Totsuka and everything like that, and then just swishes it to Ishiki's name and gets, you know, the majority of the student body to support her via that method. And nobody's the wiser. In all honesty, Yui... development for my girl Yui, alright, right there, for her to showcase how well she knows Hachiman. Like, I'm sure Yukino knows too, and she's not going to say anything because she's pissed for another set of reasons, which I'll get into in a second. But Yui pointing out the very fact that, you know, Hachiman no way he could change his methods that easily, and he probably did something, you know, distasteful behind the scenes that they're not privy to. And that's basically what Hachiman meant when he said that to Zaimokuza. He's basically like, a problem is not a problem unless people notice that it's a problem. And I'm like, dude, Hachiman, man, just dropping the sage wisdom. Even Ishiki has to be like, are you a secret genius? As he makes that proposal to her and everything like that. You know, he's like, you can manipulate Hayama this way. You can get all these things to work your social, you know, magic and everything like that with your club. With having this position is better for you in the long run in terms of, you know, your future and everything like that. There's so many benefits for you right now. I see how you're trying to play everybody. This only helps you, and gets Ishiki to accept the role, and, you know, resolves the problem that the volunteer club was originally presented with. Was he able to deviate from his, you know, more despicable methods? No, not really, because in honesty, if you want to dive into the morality of what he did, it's very sexy. But did he do it in a way that was able to maintain his relationship with Yui and Yukino? Yes. Did he, you know, adhere to his sister's request? Yes. Did he, you know, grow and understand and come to a realization that he's been lying to himself in certain ways up to this point? And, you know, he apologizes to his sister. He apologizes to Yui. You know, he can't really apologize to Yukino because this is a bigger set of issues, which I'll talk about last. But ultimately, you see the growth continue, and there's still many hurdles to take place. Like I said, there's still much more room for Hachiman to grow, and he still has not, you know, come full circle and surmounted his problems as a person. But ultimately, I love this dude. Like, no matter what, from the beginning, even when he was just going and trying to make himself the bad guy, I love this dude, and I'm gonna continue to support him. So like I said, Yui got some character development, and just seeing her trying to, you know, run for president and stick to her resolve that she made last episode in order to, you know, basically fulfill Komachi's wishes as well and keep the volunteer club together, because it's a place that's very important to her, it's very special to her, and for the reasons that, you know, her best friend Yukino is there, her hidden love Hachiman is there. She loves the dynamic between all three of them, and she couldn't get by without it. She couldn't get by without it, and it was just interesting to see her grow and develop, see the perception that she has into Hachiman. That scene with her just, you know, stroking his hair and everything just was, oh, it got me. It got me, dude. I really liked it, and just to hear that dialogue. Komachi and Hachiman's conversation this episode, oh my goodness, the beginning of this episode, the tension that was just in that household that I've been feeling the last couple of episodes throughout this arc as Hachiman, you know, kind of pushed a lot of people away from him. You know, to see him finally be like, I need some advice. Come on, I need to open up to you. There's a reason that, you know, you're my sister. I love you and everything like that. And she's just so willing to help him, dude. Like, Komachi's one of the best little sisters. Like, fuck Yukino. Fuck Yukino. Those you know who know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about, because personally, I'm a Kuroneko person, but that's neither here nor there. This has nothing to do with Oregairu. My point is, Komachi is a real little sister. The dialogue, the insight she has into her brother, the love she has for her brother, what she says to him in order to, you know, get him to surmount this issue that he has in his life. How she's like, we're always going to be together. We've been together for 15 years. How can you not help but love somebody like that? And, you know, basically just the back and forth of the little witty quips and stuff like that they threw in there. The comedy of this episode was great. Like the scene where Zaimokuza returns, dude. I'm finally happy that we got some Zaimokuza in this episode, dude. Just hasn't changed a bit. It's fucking Zaimokuza, dude. Just going in with the crazy Chunibyo tendencies. And, you know, it was interesting to see that whole meeting between Komachi, you know, they had Saki there, they had Totsuka there and everything like that, and just kind of, you know, trying to work through ideas in order to repair the relationship with the volunteer club and everything like that. The scenes with Ishiki where she's like, are you hitting on me, Hachiman? Like, no, just coming up with these different reasons and everything like that. Just really good comedy across the board, intermixed with amazing dialogue this episode, with great character development, resolving this issue that's, you know, between things. But ultimately, we still have a lot of things going forward with this season, and that the last thing I'll talk about is Yukino, because out of everybody, we start to see and gain more insight into what Yukino truly wanted, and it's obvious that she really wanted to be president, but she wasn't able to move. I think that this episode right here really proves how well Haruno knows her sister, like, in all honesty, how well she knows Yukino, because the push that she needed to run for president was simply having to help somebody else. There's no way she would be able to do it on her own, even though she wanted to. And that's something she needs to get beyond. She, in a way, she's almost mirroring Hachiman's, you know, warped methods to an extent that it's the reverse of that, where she's afflicting herself and keeping herself back for, you know, a set persona that she thinks she needs to portray and maintain when she truly wants something and she's not willing to go for it. And now what? You're gonna be upset with Hachiman because he inadvertently stopped you? She's like, I'm surprised. I thought you would have known what I want. I'm like, okay, yeah, he knows. Yeah, he fucked up if that's very well the case. But you can't be hiding behind a smokescreen of trying to help people when you actually want something that you want to go after. Just go after it, Yukino. Like, in all honesty, I love Yukino. I absolutely do. But I think that more, just like Hachiman has been lying to himself since the jump, so has Yukino, and she's continuing to do it. And I think with this season, Yukino by far will probably end up, Yukino and Hachiman by far will probably end up with the most development in terms of overcoming the obstacles that stand in their way and, you know, progressing to new people. But ultimately, all the characters in this series just get amazing development time and time again, and Yui is coming along, my best girl Yui, dude. She's coming a long way. She really is. She's getting better and better. I can't wait for some, you know, more romance-geared drama. I can't wait for some more great character development, for amazing dialogue. The Oregairu, dude. Oh my fucking... It's done, dude. I can't do it. It's like every time I have to keep reading this. It's the best love com. One of the best love coms. Top 5 love coms in the last 5 years or so. Like, just done. Just done. Okay? So, that's pretty much it. Let me know your thoughts on this episode of Oregairu, and I'm out. Peace.